Hey, y'all. It's Greg Height with the Georgia Lacrosse Officials Association, and I have just gotten home from my game this evening. Very rainy here in Georgia, but good, hard fought contest. Worked with a great crew and had a situation that got me sort of musing about both what it's like to be a lacrosse official for those of you who might be interested in doing this, and just sort of a funny story that can be seen from two very different sides of the lacrosse community. So we had a play in this game where, off of a face-off, and this is a three-man crew. I'm the helper, and I'm about 7 yards away. I'm pretty close, and the ball shoots out between me, a little bit towards the box side. So I got about 300 pounds of people coming at me. And I'm sort of dodging out of the way, and the ball shoots to the sidelines, and it crosses the wing line, the defensive restraining line, and so I am in the middle of the field, sort of dodging through bodies, and I yell play because when a loose ball crosses the defensive restraining line, the faceoff has ended and all players are released. Um, and the ball continues to go to the sideline. Uh, let's say blue picks it up, secures the ground ball, but this kid is surrounded by like four opposing players and sticks are flying. And this is a really unique situation when you're a lacrosse official, because as the helper, I'm basically standing almost on the wing line of the box facing this group of players. My face-off official, who now has single side responsibilities, he's kind of he's standing at center X, and he's sort of trying to figure out what's going on. And the third official is the what we call the lead right. So he's on the far end of the wing line by the other team's bench, and he's sort of trying to get upfield. But meanwhile, it's a face-off, so people are substituting on and off. So you got bodies flying past you as you're trying to look upfield to see if you can help with this play. And he sees the possession, and he yells. So I'm yelling play. The kid picks it up. He's yelling possession. And then this uh, uh, big midfielder shoves the player who now has possession of the ball from behind and out of bounds. So now we have a flag on the play. So the three of us are all very close. There's bodies everywhere. We had great mechanics, in that we signaled play once the ball crossed. We had the possession. Therefore, we knew it was a flag down, slow whistle situation. We were all right there to get in between mixed colors once the play was over. So you're very proud of yourself kind of in these moments. You see the crazy thing happen, but you're thinking to yourself, okay, I have done this before. I have talked about this ad nauseum. So good job. And then from the stands, and this is the sort of flip side of this, is someone yells, hey, you need to learn the rules because he wasn't in the box when the face-off began. Now, as a guy who's been training officials for 14 years, I have to kind of teach this. This is one of the lessons, right? If you think of it that way, where you talk about the face-off and positioning of players on a face-off. And players do not need to be, quote, in the box, right? They need to be behind the defensive restraining line. That's literally why we call it the defensive restraining line. It restrains players who are not on the wing or involved in the face-off. Everybody else got to be behind that line. I am 55 years old. I started playing lacrosse in 1984, and you didn't have to be in the box then. You had to be behind the defense restraining line. Now, this is my thought, that if you are a coach and you are trying to tell a 10-year-old boy where he's supposed to stand on a face-off, you have to introduce this concept of you can't go beyond this line. You have a choice. There are two lines you can tell him to stand behind. You can tell the 10-year-old boy that he needs to stand behind the defensive restraining line, which means he can be in the alley. But do you really want your defenseman to be on the sideline, with a potential fast break in play. So no, you tell the kid, be in this box. If you're in the box, that's where I want you. And we just keep saying that and kept saying that and kept saying that and kept saying that, so that every parent, every kid, every coach thinks that you need to be in the box before the faceoff happens and nobody's released until officials signal possession. Very few people know that when that ball crosses the line, you're supposed to yell play, and that, again, the faceoff has ended. And so in the moment where you are sort of experiencing this, hey, the crazy hard thing came up, my crew and I executed that to the best of our abilities, rose to the occasion, and met the situation. These numbskulls are yelling at you that you don't know the rules when, for literally as long as I have been alive, I'm right on what the rule is. So now, here's the other part of this deal is I'll probably call 3 or 4 friends in the next couple of days and sort of run that scenario through them. What should you be trying to do better? What could you do better? Who really should have that call? You know, would you change the mechanics? And I'm also going to look at it on film. So I will probably have a follow-up post to this, and I'll let you know how my recollection is of those events. Let's see if what I have pictured in my mind is actually what my crew and I did actually on the field. Because as a previous article of mine says, film doesn't lie. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it and I'm going to see how we did. So, hey, if you're interested in becoming an official, if you kind of want to nerd out on the rules and, get the opportunity to sort of run around amongst very large people swinging sticks at each other in the rain while you get yelled at by people who don't know the rules but love the game, give us a call over at Georgia Lacrosse Officials Association. You can find us at galaxref.com. Thanks, y'all.